In special recognition, the Pennsylvania Loan Repayment Assistance Program. One of the most difficult challenges to the legal profession and to the attainment of justice for all is the alarming rise of student loan debt and its adverse impact upon the ability of law graduates to accept public service legal employment. High tuition debts and low pay are draining public interest law. This problem has become more acute with each passing year as public interest salaries have not been able to keep up with the pace of rising student debt.
Well, I can sort of empathize with this situation because when I came out of law school, I started off in the Philadelphia DA's office, and of course we were underpaid compared to the individuals that were going into law firms at that time. So I was able to keep my career going as an attorney in the DA's office because I had a military pension because of my service in Vietnam. So that helped me stay in the public sector of the law. So anything we can do to help these new kids coming out of school to stay in the public sector, and we know they're underpaid. We know they're really underpaid. So this will just maybe keep them in a year longer, maybe 2 years longer, maybe 3 years. Maybe this program will help them make this kind of legal services a career, which is great. We have the legal services funding for the programs themselves, and I know there's a lot of dedicated kids that come out of law school and want to serve in these programs, but they're burdened with this tremendous debt. So when Bill Carlucci and Mike Reed came to see me from the IOLTA board, and Maureen Kelly had been involved in the origination of this idea. When they came to see me, I said, like, wow, this is a great idea, because now we're going to help them, those kids that want to stay in these kind of programs that are helping the indigent and the people that are needy of legal services. This is a way to help them and to keep them in the program. So to me, it was a win-win situation.
Last summer, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania announced the creation of a new student loan repayment assistance program for attorneys employed by agencies that help people who cannot afford legal representation. By December, the Pennsylvania Bar Foundation, which stepped up to administer the LRAP program, had awarded assistance to 75 qualifying public interest lawyers.
Our staff was very excited about it, I can say that. We were very fortunate at Mid-Penn to have 8 of our staff attorneys to receive the loan repayment assistance, and I know in other programs across the state there were more than that in several of the other programs. And they were all very excited about it when it came to fruition. They were excited to be able to apply for it, and mostly to be able to get the assistance.
I went through undergrad with the goal of getting to law school so that I could be a public interest lawyer when I came out. It's going to be difficult. Certainly create some other difficulties. We wouldn't be able to do some of the other things we'd like to be doing. So I was really happy to find out about this program because we would have tried for me to stay in, working in a field that I love, in the field that I find rewarding, but down the road that may not have been an option. If things had not improved in some way, if I hadn't found assistance in some way, I'm not sure that I would have been able to stay at Regional Housing and Legal Services.
When I reflect on it, I think it really helped me to see a future in this career, because certainly the first couple years were pretty difficult, because my job can be stressful. Dealing with people who are losing their children and losing their homes all the time can be stressful, and then to have to go home and think about money all the time too. For a while, I think it was difficult to see a future and to see the reality of this really working out. But I think that getting some of that money really helps to ease that stress after work, and helped me to think about, this is doable, I can still make this work.
This year, Pennsylvania's LRAP program will help both the attorneys as well as the 25 IOLTA-funded public interest law firms deliver on the promise of equal justice for all.
But the big thing is it'll keep dedicated individuals as lawyers in these programs that are providing the kind of services that are critical for a lot of individuals in our society who would not be represented otherwise. the people that brought this forward, the IOLTA and the two PBA task forces, that's an example of lawyers who are giving back to the system. Successful lawyers who have a good idea, work together, get this plan together, and then bring it to us on the Supreme Court. And we review it, and our court said it's great, and we're going to institute it, and we did.
Thank you for making this program come to fruition. Thanking you for making it actually happen.
Again, I'd like to offer thanks and appreciation to all those who were involved in starting the Loan Repayment Assistance Program in the state of Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvania Legal Aid Network, in association with the Pennsylvania Project Directors, salute the Pennsylvania Supreme Court and all of the individuals and groups who assisted in the creation of Pennsylvania's statewide Loan Repayment Assistance Program, or LRAP.